Dear students, welcome to this session. Some of you had asked for the flow chart for the lab program number 2 and lab program number 3, which we had completed in the our laboratory. So today I will go through the flow chart of the lab program number 2 as well as the lab program number 3. Before going to the flow chart, just we will take a quick look at the lab program number 2, the C program. So in the C program, what is lab program number 2? It is the simulation of the calculator. Okay, so in this we have simulated the calculation of addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Okay, so here what input we require is we require three inputs. One is the operand, first operand, and the operator. Okay, the operator we need, and the second operator. So we need two operands and one operator. For example, we would input would be like 5 plus 2. 5 is the number we want, plus is the operator character we want, and another operand, that is another number. That is what the input is required. So we have float, operand 1, operand 2 and result. So operand 1, operand 2 and whatever the result, we are going to store it in here. So we have one operator variable of type character, and operand 1, operand 2 and result will be of type float. Now first what we will do is we will display a message to the user to enter the operand 1 operator and operand 2. So for that we use the printf statement and we display this message. After that is displayed, we are going to read operand 1 operator and operand 2. So using a scanf, %f, %c, %f are the format specifier, and these are the three variables prefixed with ampersand sign. So in case of a scanf, we always use ampersand and variable name. So ampersand operand 1 comma ampersand operator comma ampersand operand 2. So semicolon. Now first we will check if the operator is equal to plus. So here user, when this scanf statement gets executed, the program will wait for the input from the keyboard. So user will give the input as, let's say, 5 plus 2. That 5 is stored in the operand 1, plus is stored in the operator, and 2 is stored in the operand 2. So first we will check whether operator is equal to plus. If operator is equal to plus, if this statement is true, so this is a if statement. If this operator is equal to plus is true, then we will do the addition operation. Result is equal to operand 1 plus operand 2, and we will display the message like, so %f, %c, %f is equal to %f. So how it will be displayed is, suppose example you are given the input as 5 plus 2, the output would be in %f. First %f is operand 1, 5, %c is the operator, plus, and operand 2 is next %f. So 5 plus 2 is equal to the last %f is result. So that is the addition of the two numbers. 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. So how the output would be? 5 plus 2 equals 7. That is how the output will be displayed. Now next next is we will check if operator is equal to minus. So operator we check with the character minus. So we know how we represent the character constant in a single quote. So in a single quote, minus, we will check whether this operator is equal to minus. If this is true, then result is equal to operand 1 minus operand 2. then we display this printf statement is exactly same as this. Okay, so we will display if example the user has given 5 minus 2, we will display 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. Okay, that is how we will display, and these are the values we are going to display. And if operator is equal to asterisk, if operator is equal to asterisk, then what we will do, if this condition is true, result is equal to operand 1 into operand 2, and it will display the multiplication. And similarly, if operator is forward slash, then we will, so this is the indication that user wants to perform a division, user wants to perform the division, and when we are doing the division, we will check the operand 2. If operand 2 is equal to 0, then it would be divided by 0, so it is a, we will say it is a invalid operand, because divide by 0 results in infinity. So to handle that situation, we display a message invalid operand. So whenever operand 2 is 0, we will display invalid operand. Else if operand 2 is not equal to 0, it will come here, and operand 1 divided by operand 2, so division operation happens here, and we print the result. Let's say if the given operator is not equal to any of these, so user has not given plus, user has not given minus, user has not given multiplication, user has not given division. In that case, this is the last if statement. If operator given is not equal to plus, and it is not equal to minus, and it is not equal to asterisk or multiplication, and it is not equal to forward slash or division, that means what? User has given some invalid operator. Let's say for example, user has given the operator as a dollar sign. So dollar is not equal to plus, and dollar is not equal to minus, and dollar is not equal to the asterisk, and the dollar is not equal to forward slash. So that is true. Dollar is not equal to plus, minus, asterisk or forward slash. That is true. So we say it as a invalid operator. So that is how we write this program, and for every operation of plus, minus, multiplication and division, it will do the respective calculation. If the operator is none of those, then it will give us invalid operator. So here you can see the output. We have the operand. This is how the when you run the program, after compilation you run the program, operand 1 operator operand 2. So 25 plus 30, how we get the output? 25 plus 30 is equal to 55. Similarly, for the subtraction, we get 66 minus 29. So we get the output like this: 66 minus 29 is equal to 37. And for multiplication, user has given 21 into 25, 21 into 25, 525. And next is a division, 92 divided by 5, we get it as 18.4. Let us say operand 2 is 0. When operand 2 is 0, we say it as invalid operand. And suppose we give the operator as, if you see here, hash is given 70 hash 21. Hash is not a arithmetic operator, we get it as a invalid operator.